Recording. Hi, everybody. Hi, all. It's Sam Bennett with therealsambennett.com. And I'm here with the delightful Veronica Gazzardi. Good morning, Veronica. Great to see you as always. Hi, Edith. Hi, Gaynell, Lowry, Morgan, Nancy. Great to see you. If you're here on the Zoom, you can type into the chat. If you are on one of the Facebookies, which Veronica's setting up right now, you can type into the chat there and Veronica will read your comments to me. So we can all chat together in all these different worlds. Isn't that amazing? What a world. What an incredible world. We've got just about a minute till we start officially. So did you guys just see the cats? The cats are super hyped up. I think it's springtime and there's more birds. So they're very excited right now. I have a lot I want to say, but I want to wait and make sure I say it when we're all here. So, oh, I know what I wanted to say. Here's a little household tip from Annie Sam. Have you guys seen this? This is laundry detergent, and it comes in little strips like this, and you can just use half of one for a load because it's not like I'm laying bricks. My clothes aren't that dirty. And like, how much better is this in terms of waste and yuckiness, and it doesn't smell bad and fragrance free. And so here's, I got it from Amazon. I'm sure there's a couple of different brands of it. This is the one I think is okay. I haven't really tried any others, but there it is. There's my helpful tip for you today. And now it's top of the hour. So just today's Facebook Live brought to you by True Earth Laundry Detergent. For when you don't want to stink, but don't want to stink up the planet either. Okay, let's breathe, shall we? Let's center into this present moment. So grateful for this present moment. Feel the air on your skin. Feel the breath as it moves through your body. Feel the warmth of your own skin. Feel you. You're the only one of you there is. The only one of you there ever will be. No one is exactly like you. And there never will be anyone exactly like you. You have something special to bring to the world. And you're here in this time and space to do it. So we talked about last week, the purpose of life is to experience life. The purpose of your life is to experience your life. You want to be shown off, Kitty? There you go. Which one is this? It's Mahidabel. Hi, Mahidabel. Okay, so long. See you later. All right, let's breathe. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Thank you for doing that with me. My office looks so cozy and inviting. Thank you for inviting us into your world and helpful tips. Oh, my pleasure. That's so funny. You said before I turned on the recording, I said to Veronica, I was like, how big of a mess does this look? And I'm like, well, kind of a mess, but I'm kind of a messy person. I mean, I'm pretty organized. Like I kind of know where everything is, but as you can see, I don't need everything all perfecty-schmerfecty to function. Julie says, this is so appropriate. It's the first place I ever met you was the laundry room. Yes, Julie and I used to be neighbors. And yeah, we shared the worst laundry room in the world. Lori says, I did receive a notification. So glad to find you were here today. It's probably hitting your email box right this second. That's completely my bad. I took it upon myself to send that reminder email. every Thursday morning, and I usually remember to do it before 9:45, but today I did not. I was like, I guess I'm all set up. And I was like, oh, I didn't send the email. So, but you guys know these links are always the same, right? The Zoom link is always the same. The Facebook link is always the same. So if you just save one of those emails or make yourself a calendar reminder, Veronica, maybe we should ask Shauna to do a little add to calendar reminder for the Facebook Live reminders. Then people can just have it in their calendar every week and not have to worry about getting the email. I mean, we should still send it, but it's just a thought. Okay. So here's my thought for today. You can let me know if you've got anything you want, to talk about or share or say. This is your time as much as it is mine. But I want to take a little poll. Okay. So for those of you on Zoom, just type into the chat, and those of you on Facebook, just type into the Facebook comments. I've got 5 questions for you, and I just want you to answer true or false. And if the answer is sort of like, well, kind of, then that's true. Okay. So it's only false if it's 100% false. It's true if it's even a little bit true. That's what we're going with here. Okay. All right. So question 1, I have trouble accepting compliments. True or false? True, true, true. True. False. Good. True, true. Okay. Good. Good. Sometimes true. Yeah, that wasn't the rules. Okay, fine. I have trouble asking for help. Question 2 is I have trouble asking for help. True or false? Type in true. Yes, I have trouble asking for help. Or T is fine. Yes. True, true. TT. 5 trues. I roll true. Yep. True, true. Okay. Good. Question 3. I struggle with food or with my weight. I feel guilty when I eat the wrong things. True or false? True or false? True, true, false. Good. All trues. True, true. Okay, good, good. It's complicated, right? False, good, false, true, good. Okay. Number 4. I feel bad that my house is not as tidy as it should be. True or false? False, true, true, false, true, 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 true. I like the various variations on true, like all caps, true, true with exclamation points, or just like, yeah, true. Okay, good, true. Christian says, what is this witchcraft? I know your mind. I have a camera inside of your house. And my final question is number 5. I know that I should hire a housekeeper or a virtual assistant or a gardener or a designer or a financial advisor or some other kind of, help, but I just can't quite bring myself to do it. I know that I should hire a housekeeper, an advisor, somebody else, but I just haven't done it. I can't quite bring myself to do it. False, true, mostly trues. True, false, good. I like a clean, clean home. Clutter is a separate issue. Okay, good. Important to make our distinctions, yes. Good. All right, so 4 trues, 2 false. Good, good, good. So I came up with this little quiz because I was thinking about how it seems to me that for a lot of us, for me, I'll speak for myself, for me, the message I got was that the proper answer was 0. That I should need 0 compliments. I should ask for help 0 times. I should eat 0 food. Really no food is sort of optimum. And, anything above that, well, maybe I'll have a rice cake, the amount of clutter or disarray allowed in your house is 0. And the amount of support and help you're supposed to have from professionals is 0. Like somehow you're just supposed to know how to manage your IRA and how to garden and how to, cook everything and clean everything and do everything and raise all the children and do everything, with 0 help. And this idea that, so does it resonate for you? Do you feel like you also got the message that you should have 0, you should be able to subside on 0 compliments, 0 food, 0 help? Like you're just really supposed to be able to do absolutely everything entirely by yourself, that's sort of what we're aiming for. We know it's not totally possible, but that would be ideal, is to be just completely self-sufficient. Mixed messages, be greedy for superior nutrients, very liberating. This is pretty much, yeah, have no needs whatsoever and you'll be a good kid. Yes, exactly. Have no needs whatsoever and you'll be a good kid. Yep, that's the message. Yeah. And, my friend Leonore made a meme one time of one of my cats. And, it's my cat, and, this kind of, that beautiful cat, love me pose. And she said something like, please do not pat me, compliment me, or think that I'm the greatest thing on earth, said no cat ever, and it was a really funny joke. And it was a really good eye opener for me. Like, oh, right. Like, I'm supposed to be patted and loved. And when people tell me nice things, I should accept that graciously. Like, not this, no, get those compliments away from me. No, get those offers of employment away from me. No, I'll just do it for free. No, I don't need any help. No, it's okay. I can do it. I'll take all the phone calls. I'll deal with all the bullshit. I'll do all the laundry. I'll do everything. I'll take care of everything for everyone all the time. And then I wonder why I feel empty. I wonder why I don't have time to write a book. I wonder why I don't have time to, be quiet and take care of myself. Where's my meditation practice? Now that's another thing to feel bad about. Fuck this, you guys. Fuck this. Michelle says, yeah, cook for everybody, but don't eat it. Right. Exactly. Oh, this whole thing. Oh, right. This idea that everything's supposed to be effortless somehow, and yet we're supposed to manage everything. I remember when my second husband and I started seeing each other. We'd been friends forever. So when we started seeing each other romantically, he would sometimes get those lad magazines. It was the, that time in publishing when there were lad magazines, Maxim, and I don't remember what they were called. And they usually had a picture of sort of a busty girl with some beer. And, the articles were like, how to brew your own beer, like, 3 things to know about steak. And then every once in a while, there was something in there of like, if you're going to go on a date, you should clean under your nails because girls really like that. Like, and then there's like jokes and stuff. And I would read through these magazines and I'd be like, are you kidding me? Like, here's a magazine that is just really just a celebration of manhood. It's like, here's some cool shoes. Here's some stuff about a good steak. Here's some good dirty jokes. Clean under your nails if you're going on a date. And then I bring in one of my women's magazines and it's like, how is your spiritual development? Have you asked for a raise yet? How to get your children's bedtimes under control. Here's the 9 new outfits you need for spring. Here's how to cook the best possible meal. Here's how to be the best possible person. It's like, too much pressure. So what I'm curious is, what is your actual number? So this is just an intuitive game. There's not obviously a right or wrong to this. How many compliments would you like to receive per day? Now, my love language is verbal praise. So my answer is almost infinite. While I get shy, just like everybody, I love compliments. So just write down for yourself, how many compliments would you like to receive per day? 5, yeah, that's a great number, June. I like that. 5 is good. 1, terrific, excellent. 2, sure. And you can start at 1 or 2 and 5 and work your way up. No reason why not. 2, 1, great. 1 for every hour of consciousness. Oh, I like that. Right? Yeah, that's true. I don't really need compliments when I'm sleeping. Maybe I do. It's interesting. Great. Okay, so write that down for yourself. I would like to receive 1 compliment a day, 5 compliments a day, 12 compliments a day. Danielle says don't care about them. Great. If the answer is 0, then the answer is 0. Or maybe they're ones you want to give yourself, right? So this is the thing to remember. We don't need to receive compliments from other people. We can receive them from ourselves. Oh, I'm blanking on her name for 1 second. Mel Robbins has a whole thing about getting up in the morning and looking yourself in the mirror and saying, you're amazing. High five yourself, you know? Yeah, 5, 2, 2, good, good. Lori says 1 for each hour of the day. I love that. So make that your promise to yourself, that you will compliment yourself at least once per hour and do it out loud. Like, nice job on the scrambled eggs, Sam. Really delicious, right? You know, well constructed Facebook Live, like, way to go. So make it meaningful for yourself, but yeah. And also, as an additional challenge for those of you who like extra work or want to go a little deeper, make a practice of writing down all the compliments you receive, because you are getting way more positive feedback than you know that you are and that you're paying attention to. You let a lot of compliments slide right by you, right? I think you've heard it before. You don't think they really mean it. You're not really paying attention. But when somebody says, oh, beautiful work, thank you. Beautiful work, you know. Oh, you're nice, thank you. Nice, right? Just keep a running list. Gail says, I think I prefer compliments from myself that I know they're sincere. I do this, but not enough. You know, my experience is that actually most people are pretty sincere in their compliments. They might be a little vague, like things like nice is a little vague. But my experience is people don't generally say things that they completely don't mean. But you can test that out for yourself. All right. So we know how many compliments a day we would like to receive. Anything else is good for my Be of Good Cheer file. That's right. That's right. Just to, you know, and the compliments, it's not so much that about the praise, I don't think, as it is, first of all, just acknowledgement, right? And appreciation of, again, your unique self. You know, you are doing things in a way that nobody else has ever done them or will ever do them. And to just acknowledge that celebration of you, that you did this, you made those scrambled eggs in only the way that you would make scrambled eggs. And to have a little celebration of that. So that's my, and it's okay to want praise too. Both of those things are okay. Good. How many requests for help would you really like to make? How many of those would really make a difference in your life? If you made 1 request a week, if you made 1 request a day, you know, and what would that sound like? Hey, Jessica, I'm head of the flower rota at church, and I'm wondering if you would take over the month of June. Right, 3 per week. Lori says, I framed a compliment from a client and hung it on my wall for a number of years. Yeah, put it on your website too. Testimonials, most important part. Terry says, I have a physical and electronic folder called Kind Words. When I asked my father if he wanted anything, he'd often say a kind word. When I get a nice note or a nice email or anything good, I save it in that folder. I do the same thing. I've one of those, oh, you can't see it. One of those folders right there, those green ones, says Kind Words. That's exactly what it says. Request for help, 1 a week. June says 3 a week. Good. Good. And frame up for yourself what might that look like? Those requests for help. Honey, could you do the dishes tonight? Thanks. Sis, could you take a look at this cover letter for me? Mom, could you not argue with me in this conversation? hard for me to think of asking for help. Yeah, exactly. That's why we're having this conversation. That's why because again, we're trained out of it. We're trained that we shouldn't need any help, that we shouldn't ask for any help, that there's some weakness in there. We're happy too. We not only do we find it hard to ask for help, we find it almost impossible to refuse requests for help. Well, they said they needed me. I have to go in early and help set up the chairs. They said they needed me. No, you don't. Anyone can go help set up the chairs. Give someone else a chance. You do something else. Once or twice a week. Yeah, so for those of you who are really feeling blocked about this, this is a point of inquiry for you. This is a point of meditation for you. What would it mean to even just keep your eyes peeled for opportunities where people could help you? Right? You know, Amy Ehlers is one of my very closest friends for 100 years now. And you know, we're taking these women on a retreat in Belize in a month or so. It's April, you guys. Oh my gosh. We're planning another trip for 2023. So for those of you who missed out on Belize, stay tuned. And she has a habit of when she calls or texts, she'll say, call me back when it's easy. Get back to me when it's easy. And when it's urgent, she'll say, please get back to me right away. But mostly she says, get back to me when it's easy. I'm like, I love that. Where she's like, look, I'm calling you and I want to talk to you, but it's not an obligation on your part. Like, you don't need to snap to attention, right? I'm not asking for your help in this way. You don't have to think of me as an obligation. Gaynell says, how funny, I'm on the chair set up for church, but we have a great team. I don't, you know, I use chair setting up and like bake sales as examples of like, I think poor uses of people's resources, you know. I just feel like this is not the highest and best use of your time and talents. I get it that the chairs need to be set up. I get it that money needs to be raised. But, you know, make the teenagers do it. I don't know, make some like, but it's beautiful to be part of a community and help. I'm not trying to say don't help things. I'm just saying, how many requests for help do you want to be making? And how many of other people's requests do you maybe want to start turning down? You know, do you want to say, thank you so much for asking me, but I'm not available for that this week. I'm not available for that today, right? And then I don't know, how much food do you know, what's a good number for you around food? Like 3 meals, 2 treats? I don't know, 6 treats, 3 grains, 2 glasses of juice? I don't know. There isn't really a right or wrong thing. I just noticed again in the media, there's so often, because of this 24-hour news cycle, because the media is constantly looking for stories to feed us, they tend to get really sort of granular and weird. You know, so it's like, oh, if you have 15 pumpkin seeds every 3 hours, that's really good for you. And, you know, people who drink green tea instead of black tea get these kind of results. Try this and don't have frozen corn, eat fresh corn. Don't do this. Corn has a lot of sugar. Don't eat corn, eat something. It's like, and it's not that any of this is wrong or bad. I don't really care. I don't care what anyone weighs. I don't care what you eat. But I get concerned about getting fixated on these tiny, tiny things. It's a little bit like, because, you know, I live in the state of California. We are in a very serious drought, and we are often getting messaging around drought, including things like turn off the tap when you're brushing your teeth. Totally legit statement. Yes, you should absolutely turn off your tap when you're brushing your teeth. To do anything else is wasting water. Except, here's the thing. 80% of the water use in California is agricultural. 80%. So that means that all of individual use is only 20%, which means that the 2 minutes in which I am brushing my teeth, like, that is literally a drop in the ocean compared to the larger problem. So I'm like, why am I being asked to focus on my toothbrushing when maybe it would be better use of my time and talents to consider improvements in how agriculture could use water, or some other way that I could improve the planet, right? But we're taught to get these like little teeny obsessive things. Same thing with diet. Like, I feel like if I'm eating basically the way people have eaten throughout time, I'm probably pretty good. And I'm lucky. I don't have stomach allergy. I don't have any allergies. I don't have any stomach issues. I don't have an autoimmune disorder. Like I can eat everything and I like most things. So I have a very blasé attitude. I know many people are not that fortunate, including most of the people in my family. So I'm just saying, like, where are you getting really tied up in the numbers around food, and maybe what would be more useful to you? I don't really know how to frame that question any better than that. Let's see. Setting up the chairs is a great way for the kids to burn up some extra energy before they have to sit for a while too. So true. So fortunately, I like the exercise. Good. Clark says, it's hard to get things organized and make progress. I always wonder who can organize my life, but then I know it's me. I know you need to follow your planner, but it's hard with multiple interests in progress. But I know you say what's most exciting and makes your money. So I guess I know your answers. That's true. Highest joy producing, highest income producing. That's where to start anyway. June says, since working with you, I've learned to say thank you for asking, but no. Very good. Gaynell says she's totally relates. Yeah, you guys have a ton of interests and talents. Yeah, how tidy does your house actually need to be? Like, I don't know, and maybe the number game for this is, you know, what level of improvement do you need to see to feel good? You know, like if this room were 10% more together, I think I would feel good. And that's not very much, 10%. So I could probably do that, right? There are other spaces where you're like, oh no, it needs to be 100% redo, right? And is it really small? I mean, oftentimes I go into the kitchen and I'm like, oh, this is disgusting. And literally 7 minutes later, I've done all the dishes and swept the floor. And I'm like, oh no, this is fine. Like I make such a big deal out of it in my head. And then I realize it's not actually that much work to make it look nice. So what's your actual, you know, where are you just feeling bad for no reason? And where would you like to, maybe feel better? Oh, do you need some paper? Okay. Right. Veronica says 15 minutes housework over the whole day has really made me feel like a proper adult. So easy. Yes. Julie says tidy enough not to trip on anything in an emergency. That's a good call. I always feel like if you can find the thing you're looking for in the first 1 or 2 places you look for it, you're organized enough. Even one of the first 3 places you look for it. Like if you're like, where is that thing? Okay, it's either in that file or in that drawer, or maybe it's back in the closet. And if it's in one of those 3 things, you win. Good job delegating your paperwork to your cat. I try to make them earn their kibble every chance I get, you know? I try to make you earn your kibble every chance I get. Yeah, and then the final question is how many new hires, right? Who else do we want to bring in here? You know? Where's the housekeeper who can come in even once every 2 weeks? Where's the financial advisor who can really help you get set up for the future? You know, where's the gardener who can really, you know, take care of things? And there's everything now. There's people who come and pick up your dog poo from your lawn. There's people who clean your dryer vent. There's people who will take your laundry for you. There's people who will, you know, run errands. I was joking with my sister about how I am like going broke over tipping on Instacart. And she's like, why do you over tip so much? And I'm like, because I've worked for tips. Like I remember how much one good tip could like completely change your whole day and totally restore your faith in humanity. And I figure it's, you know, whatever it is, 20, 30 bucks, that means a lot more to them than it does to me. And I'm in a position to do it. I mean, when I was super broke, it was all I ever wanted was to be able to pick up the tab at dinner, be like, I'll get that. I wanted to be able to, you know, get my niece and nephew whatever they wanted for Christmas. And I wanted to be able to overtip. That's prosperity to me. So maybe that's another number. What's your prosperity number? How much do you need? So obviously this is not, we're not like in class. This is not a paid class. I didn't like spend a lot of time making a worksheet for you or anything on this. I just wanted to start to play around with the ideas about where are we trained to not want anything or to focus on very small things, and what's real? What's real for you? What's really your number, right? And particularly the compliments, and I urge you guys go to the Facebook page and type in, maybe I'll put this up as a post right now, like what's a compliment you would love to hear? and you go ahead and type it in, and then other people will share their compliments and you can assume that it's for you. Lori says the people across the street have a big dog and a poop service arrives every Friday to clean their backyard. Right, exactly. Why would you spend your time and energy doing that when you could pay someone? And then they've got a great job and a great employer, and you're helping grow locally, and you can then do the things that the great work that you've been put here to do, right? Julie says, I'm the same way with tipping on Instacart. I'm so grateful I don't have to go to the stores. And yeah, 7 years waitressing for sure, right? A yardstick for success, poop service. Yes, exactly. Good. All right, well, that's our half hour. Noodle around with this idea. I'm really curious to see where you go with it, right? This is really just me planting seeds and getting you out of, some old programming and into a richer, fuller life, right? Gaynell says, continue on Get It Done Lab ongoing project. Yay, 15 minutes a day minimum. Downsizing is becoming a habit. I'll add to complimenting myself as I do this. Great, Gaynell, I love that for you. I love that for you. Veronica says, this one's fire today. Yeah. Morgan says, where do I find more of the Get It Done Lab? Great question, Morgan. You can actually get on the waiting list for the next Get It Done Lab, which will start in June. At therealsambennett.com/lab, although Veronica, you're missing a T on the second T in Bennett is silent, so it's often missed. So it's therealsambennett.com/lab, LAB. And you can see all the information about it there and put your name on the wait list so that when we start filling up the next cohort, you will be first in line. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm really pleased with the way this program is rolling out. It's the thing I've always wanted to do, and the stars finally aligned to make it happen. Good. Patrick says, thank you. Great info. My pleasure, Patrick. Thank you for being here. Bring a friend next time, right? Let's not keep this to ourselves, shall we? Let's grow together. I'd love to see a worldwide revolution of highly productive and highly creative people doing their thing and making everybody else go, how do they do that? Lori says, love these half hours. Thank you again for doing this each week. My pleasure. June says, signed up for Get It Done Lab yesterday. So the people who are currently in Get It Done Lab have an opportunity, I think it ends today actually, to renew at whatever price they came in with. So, and since some of them got some special introductory pricing or some early bird pricing, it's a pretty good deal. Just did my renewal for Get It Done Lab. Thank you, Leah. Julie says, this was so much fun. I think so too. So yes, those of you who are currently in Get It Done Lab, if you want to renew at your original price, today is the day to do that. That offer expires today. You'll be able to enroll again later. It just won't be as inexpensive. Gail says, fun time. Good to see everyone. I know, I love our little club. All right, let's do one more breath, shall we? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Gaynell says, worth it at any price. I love it. I love it. Mwah. Big kiss, everybody. Have a great week. Talk soon.